To pick up any of the products you see in this video, be sure to hit up my Amazon affiliate link down in the description below for any of these products, or if you're going to be doing any shopping this holiday season, as any sales that are made over there with those links helps to support my channel. Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. I hope you all had a fantastic Thanksgiving, as I had one here at home myself with my family, as well as my girlfriend and her family. Had a great turkey and everything. I was responsible for cooking the bird and it came out superb. Honestly, the best turkey I've ever had or made myself. Super juicy and just cooked to perfection. Certainly a recipe I will be using again in the future. I actually got it from a fellow YouTuber, Laura in the Kitchen, so shout out to her on her excellent turkey recipe. I've been watching her for years actually, so I've done quite a few of her recipes, but the turkey just came out superb. But yeah, today we're going to be getting into some Black Friday deals. That's right, we've got a bunch of Black Friday deals geared towards you guys, the PC gamers out in the audience. Pretty much everything we have here, apart from one thing, is all PC components, monitors, laptops, peripherals, things like that I have been able to peruse today over on Amazon, and some really great deals to help you guys save some money. So let's not waste any time and get fired right into it, and no pun intended, we are getting fired right into it with the Amazon Fire TV Stick. Now this is the previous model. I actually have a few of these in my house right now. They do have a newer one which does 4K, which does cost more than this. It's around, I think it's $70. But this one's on sale right now for 25 bucks, which is a really good deal. It doesn't do 4K, but it does 1080p. You can get all your apps on there. You can install Kodi if you want to be able to stream movies and TV shows very easily. There are tons of guides out there on the internet if you want to be able to stream free movies and TV shows using your Fire Stick. You can get Kodi on there, so really good for that. And just having, you know, streaming devices as well, just streaming all your programs. If you want to be a cord cutter, you can get something on there like Sling or Hulu Live TV. And I've had a few of the different streaming devices like Roku, Fire Stick, Google Chromecast, and out of all of them, Fire Stick so far has been my favorite experience. I like the interface, I like the remote, I like the fact that it has the voice on there, so you can use Alexa to talk to it and just search for movies, which is really nice. And I really don't have many complaints about this thing, apart from the fact that it doesn't do 4K, but if you want to spend 70 bucks, that's out there. But this at $25 is a really great buy, and certainly a good gift option if you wanted to pick something up for someone and not break the bank, but get them a really nice tech gift, honestly. So this is, definitely would recommend it. Like I said, I have a few of these in my house, and the only reason I'll be switching them out soon is because I want to upgrade them to 4K, because all of my TVs are 4K televisions. So that's pretty much it, but yeah, recommended for sure. Alright, but that is the only gift that is not a PC gamer gift. Everything else in here is PC gaming deals, and we will start off with a peripheral, the Logitech G Pro mouse, which was my personal go-to mouse up until very recently, where I upgraded to the G603, which is a wireless mouse, and that's really the only reason I upgraded, is because this is wireless and it's so amazing. This costs, I think, around $60 right now. It's like 10 bucks off, so you can pay only a little bit more actually and get a really kick-ass wireless mouse. But the G Pro, as far as wired mice are concerned, in my opinion, this is the best wired mice out there today. Super accurate, lightweight, small, which is going to be good for FPSs. If you are familiar with Rocket Jump Ninja, he does some of the best mouse reviews here on YouTube. Go watch his guides on mice, and where he talks about, you know, hand size and mouse shape and all of that, and what's geared towards different types of games better. Small, slim mice tend to be much better and more accurate, which is why they are so great for first-person shooters. And as a person that primarily plays first-person shooters like Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, PUBG, those are the reasons why I was using this mouse for so long. And if I wasn't using a wireless mouse today like the G603, this would still be my go-to mouse, as I still have it plugged in here on my desk. Unfortunately, I can't reach on camera to show you, but I'll be playing some B-roll. So I recommend this mouse for sure. If you need a mouse upgrade, this thing is fantastic. If you don't want to get a wireless mouse or spend the extra like $15 or so to get the G603, which I would also recommend greatly. If you can ask for a mouse this Christmas, it would be the G603, but if you want to get a cheaper mouse and you want to stick with wired, the G Pro is the one that I would go with for sure. Next up, we have a pair of monitors, and first we will have a ultra-wide from LG. It's the 34UC97G. It's an IPS 144Hz monitor with FreeSync. Now, it is Only 2560 by 1080, which is a little bit of a drawback on a display this size, honestly. But if you're wanting to do 3440 by 1440, you're going to be spending a fair bit more than this. I recently reviewed the PX347C from Pixio, which is 100 hertz, WQHD, and all of that, but that's around $500 or $600. And at $315, you really can't argue with the price too much on this, as it was originally $700 when it first came out. I'm not sure what it's been selling at recently, but this is a Black Friday deal right now for $315. I remember it being on offer last year as well. I think I included it in my Black Friday video. So for $315, this does seem like a decent value for what you're getting and all of that, with the size, ultra wide and all that. So if you want to dip your toes into ultra wide and you don't want to spend a ton of money, this could be a really good way to go, as it also has AMD FreeSync on here, which is certainly going to be nice. So yeah, I haven't personally tested one of these, but the reviews seem pretty good. It's got 4 stars over here on Amazon with 138 reviews, so it sounds like it's a pretty decent monitor, and it's IPS, which is always nice. It's going to have those really good colors, so if you wanted to do any type of editing work, having that extra screen real estate is going to be very nice. Next up, we've got a 165 hertz Asus ROG Swift PG278QR. So this is an updated version of the monitor that I had reviewed a couple of years back, which I didn't have the greatest experience with, but it's my understanding that they have worked out some of those issues in regards to backlight bleeding and dead pixels. So I think these are doing a lot better now, as this has 4 stars right now, 961 customer reviews, and it's at $480. So it's more than the previous one we looked at, but it has G-Sync, and that's really one of the main, selling points on this monitor. Is, as a G-Sync user, I love G-Sync. I use an NVIDIA card in my system. So if you do use an NVIDIA card, G-Sync is definitely going to be the way to go. And with the price premiums that they tend to put on G-Sync monitors, this actually makes this a pretty decent buy. Earlier this week, there was a Dell monitor that was going for $350 over at Best Buy, which I'm not sure if that deal is still going on, but $480 for this seems to be a decent price when you consider it's Asus. It's got a really nice stand and everything with tilt, pivot, swivel, and height adjust. So true, gaming monitor with all of the bells and whistles that you would want. And it does seem like a pretty decent purchase at $480. Following that up, we've got a CPU here, which is an absolute doorbuster deal. This is Ryzen 7 1700, which I have personally done a couple of builds using this processor, and it is an absolute beast for production. If you are wanting to do multitasking, video editing, streaming, anything like that, this CPU, even at its normal retail price of $300, is an excellent bargain when you consider it against Intel's counterparts out there. It comes with a cooler, low TDP, so you really don't even need to go out and get a custom cooler if you don't want to. But it's just such a beast. Like I said, I've used this in a couple systems. 8 cores, 16 threads, and at $240, this is a no-brainer. An absolute no-brainer. That's not much more than what you would pay for Ryzen 1600 regularly at its normal price. So Ryzen 1700 at $240 is, if you're in the market for a CPU, this is a must-buy. You need to start moving heaven and earth and get this CPU right now, because it was my favorite CPU in the entire Ryzen lineup. As a person that does video editing for a living, I need to have more cores and threads, and this thing is just awesome, and it performs really well in games too. I mean, it's not as fast as the top-end Intel i7, so you might get a few less frames if you're pushing out like a super-duper graphics card like a 1080 Ti. You might not get the same exact number of frames, but it'll be the difference of getting like 150 frames versus like 140, which at the end of the day, is that really going to matter to most people? Probably not. It shouldn't hold you back in games in any way, and especially with how games are starting to scale more to the cores and threads, $240 for this is, I think, the best deal, honestly, in this entire video that I'm showing you guys here today. Get it. If you need a CPU, don't hesitate. Get this now while it's $240, because I'm not sure when it'll be this price again. Now, if you do pick up Ryzen 1700, you're going to need a motherboard to go with it, and thankfully there are a few different options here that are on sale today for Black Friday. I'll start off with the most affordable option, which if you pair this with that, you're only looking at $310, done deal, for the motherboard and the CPU. This is a B350 board from Asus. It's an ATX board, so full-size ATX and all of that. Looks like it has a decent amount of connectivity on the back, on the rear I/O, not a ton. Only, it looks like 6 USB 3 ports. I think. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's not too bad. I mean, you could, if you want to get a different board, you can get an X370 board and it's going to be a little bit more money. Here's the X370, also from Asus. I used this Pro board in my Gladiator build, and it's a solid board. I was able to overclock on it well with my Ryzen 1600, which is what I put in there. I ended up getting mine for about $100 actually, but I got an open box one at Micro Center. So if you don't live near a Micro Center, which you can get really good motherboard and CPU combo deals there. So if you live near a Micro Center, I would try to get to a Micro Center if you can. But if you can't, getting something like this board paired up with Ryzen 1700 is going to be excellent. And if you want to spend even more than the $115 they're asking for the X370 Pro, if you need more connectivity than what this is offering, then they do have an ROG Strix board as well. So this is kind of looking at like, you know, like top-end X370 boards with, you know, all the bells and whistles, all the nice connectivity on the back, you know, got a shield for the rear IO and everything. Looks like a really true gaming product, I guess you could say. And if you want to get, you know, one of the better boards out there, this is certainly one of them at $130. And I can't really argue with that price too much. It's only like $15 more than the X370 Pro, and it seems to have more connectivity options. It's got more of the gaming features and looks, probably a little bit better sound on there as well. I would have to guess it's probably got a little bit better of a sound card built into it. It looks like it is using the, what is it, Super FX? Yeah, I don't know. It's probably got better sound too. Probably. That's usually kind of what they throw into these boards. A little bit better sound, more connectivity and bells and whistles. So this might be the one that I would go with if you're wanting to spend over $100 between this and the X370. I would go with this one. But if you're wanting to save a lot of money and go under $100, then the B350 would probably be the way to go in that particular battle. Now, if you need a graphics card and you do want to get one really cheap, under $100, EVGA's GTX 1050 is only $88 right now, which is a really good value, honestly, for a GTX 1050. Usually these are up over $100. You know, it's an affordable card, only 2 gigabytes of video memory, but it's a good way to get into PC gaming. If you wanted to take this and maybe throw it into a pre-built system, you really shouldn't have any issues with that, as it does not require a dedicated power supply cable. It only needs 75 watts of power, which it can get right from the PCIe slot. So if you had something like a pre-built system from like Best Buy or something, or maybe a system your grandmother got you a couple of years ago, as long as you have a vacant PCI slot inside on your motherboard, you should be able to open it up, throw this card in, and then have yourself a pretty decent gaming rig that should be able to run most modern titles at decent settings at 1080p. You should be able to run pretty much medium, high settings, 1080p, depending on the game, of course. If you wanted to play some older stuff or less demanding titles like Overwatch, Team Fortress 2, Garry's Mod, League of Legends, this will run all of those games absolutely fantastically. So yeah, for $88, this is a pretty decent purchase. You know, if it was $125, it's like, that's like the regular price. So at $88, I would say this is a pretty damn good buy. Next up, we've got a pair of laptops, 2 that I've actually personally tested here on the channel. The first is the Helios 300, which is a stellar sort of like workstation-y laptop. It's got an i7 7700 HQ in there and a GTX 1060, so you're certainly going to be able to run some games on this guy for $900. It's not like super duper cheap, but it's $200 off of what it regularly sells at. I had recently brought one of these with me out to PAX West, where I was able to edit 4K footage without an issue. I was able to play some games from the hotel room in Seattle, and this is, yeah, one of the better laptops out there right now, especially for the value, even at its full retail price of $1,100. With this, it's slim, it's got a really nice premium feel to it. And I did a video on this a couple months back, and it just blew me away with the value that you were getting in this thing. Like I said, even at the full price of $1,100, this thing is an insane deal. So at $900, it's an even better deal, and one I would wholeheartedly recommend, as if I was going to another gaming show in the future, this is the the laptop that I would want to bring along with me. Next up, we've got the Acer Nitro 5, which is $680 down from $800. So you're only saving about $120 there. But this is a very good laptop as well. If you wanted to save yourself some money, have maybe a little bit more better of a battery life, and you're not wanting to do video editing, this would probably be the way to go, as a 1050 Ti for me is more than enough for just 1080p gaming on the go with a 15-inch laptop. It's only got an i5 in there, so it's not going to be amazing for editing video. But, you know, for if you're not editing video, which probably most of you are not. I know I keep mentioning video editing like everyone does it. It's probably just me. But this was a very good laptop. and I enjoyed my time with it, so it's something I can definitely recommend if you did want to get something and you don't want to spend the $900 of the Helios 300, which would be my personal choice between the two. But just for gaming on the go, the Nitro 5 would do it for you pretty darn well. But that is going to wrap it up for this year's Black Friday video with all of the deals over on Amazon. If you want to pick up any of these products that I talked about here in this video, be sure to hit up my Amazon affiliate link in the description below, which does help me earn a few bucks, and you guys get to support the channel in the process, as well as saving some money over on Amazon. You get these products shipped right to your door, so you don't need to worry about going out to Best Buy at 5 o'clock in the morning, although it's already 8 o'clock in the morning, so, you know, you might have already done that. If you did, I'm sorry. I hope you didn't get trampled by a gaggle of people, but yeah, I mean, you can get the stuff shipped right to your door. I never go out Black Friday shopping because there are plenty of deals that you could find here right at home just shopping from your computer, especially when it comes to PC gaming stuff. If you have a Micro Center, maybe they've got some good deals going on as well. So maybe you want to get down there if you want to get yourself like a CPU and motherboard combo. They've always got those good deals going on. So yeah, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I hope you all enjoyed your Thanksgiving and have a happy holiday. Just a quick preview on something that's going to be coming up very soon in the channel. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, congrats, because here's a little sneak peek of something that's coming soon on the channel. Oh yes. What is this? The Red Devil RX Vegas 64. There it is. Oh yes. It's coming soon. Video probably in the next week or so. Can't tell you the release date, I don't think, so I'm just not going to say it. But yeah, video coming on that very soon. Gonna get out of here. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like on it down below and subscribe if you're not already. I'll catch you guys next time. Gobble, gobble. Shit.